Okay, so let's revisit this case because I forgot to mention something. Oh, we gave this the explanation, but I forgot to address how to fix this issue or try to fix. Okay, so I mentioned that you can change some on-shore options in quality. Sometimes may have an influence, yes or no, but also depends in the precision how you are working. Also, there is another specific entry that you can play around, and probably you can understand better what that option does when we after doing this no modification. So I invite you. You can play with many quality metrics and so on, and they might give you some improvement. Okay, but in these cases, they are not going to entirely close that very small gap. That is not a problem. Everything is working. So look at what I have here is that the last option that I forgot to mention previous video is the merge tolerance. So as usual, you can go now to the documentation. And here you have an explanation, but here is not clear what it does unless you use it and see and see in action. And in this case, precisely as you see that gap. So basically by default in all my dictionaries, I like to use -8, which by the way, here be careful now that the right tolerance needs to be higher than this. So in control D it needs to be -9 or 12 or whatever. So my standard is control D -12 here, -8. But might be the case that this is too small. Okay, so this is how we run, and let me do a modification. Let me put -5. So basically we're telling here that everything above these values, try to merge it. Okay, so basically that's what we're doing in function with the outer box, whatever is written now in the explanation. But here we can see that we're merging very close entities now that you have according to that tolerance. So if I run here Paraphone, and let me put here this and to the, so nothing changed. Your check mesh is also okay. You will run the simulation, it's also okay. But clearly now see here that you have closed that gap. Okay, not anymore. So many times that option also can have an influence. So at this point you might say, but why I don't leave it like -5 or -4? So that depends on the tolerances that you're doing. For me, -8 is good, but as I know my geometry many times what I'm doing, sometimes I know that I can change this one, but this can also have negative effects. No, and you can get an idea, snapping process, it might have an influence there. So be careful. This case it works. Some other cases it might give you some strange problems. So yeah, this is probably the other keyword that I didn't mention in previous videos. So at this point, thank you and see you next video. Bye.